Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to all of the participants in Bangladesh. This is Dr. Ibrahim Jaffe, and I'm delighted to speak to all of you and wish you a very good upcoming spring and a very good Sufi conference. And I pray that everyone there goes deeply into the light of oneness and the light of truth and experiences more of the reality of the divine. I'm speaking to you today from Northern California, United States of America, on behalf of the Shadaliya Sufi Order, under the guidance of Sheikh Muhammad al-Jamal, who is out of Jerusalem, and he developed this order about 20 years ago, and we're several thousand people here throughout the U.S. And walking together towards the oneness. So today, I thought I would take a few minutes. I was praying about the group over there, and the same basic understanding came up in the message that I wanted to deliver, which has to do with the concepts of the ahadiyya and wahdiyya, the unity of oneness and the unity of multiplicity. And I wanted to give you a poem that I'm going to read for you from Hillaj. You all know who Al-Hillaj was, who he lost his head. He was one of the disciples under Junayd back in the times of Baghdad. And of course he said, An al-Haq, I am the truth. And the sheikhs at that time took off his head. But it changed many things in that time. But I wanted to give you a poem from him that I like. And so listen closely for just one moment. He says, I saw my Lord with the eye of my heart, and I said, truly there is no doubt about it that it is you. It is you that I see in everything, and I do not see you through anything but you. You are the one who owns all places, and yet no place is you. And if there were a place given by you for the place, that place would know where you are. And if there were an imagination for the imagining of you, that imagination would know where you are. I understand everything, and everything that I see in my annihilation is you. My Lord, bless me and forgive me, for I seek no one but you. So the teaching that I wanted to speak about briefly to the group was about the oneness, and both Ibn Arabi, Al-Hallaj, Junayd, many of the great teachers have spoken about the ahad, movement into oneness, and the nature of that oneness which is found in our heart. Ibn Arabi speaks about his conversations with God, where God said, when people turn, they see you, and when they turn, they see me. Meaning that Ibn Arabi carried that ahad, that oneness, but that God expressed himself, through the multiplicity of all of creation. So I believe that we have to understand the pulls between our own walking towards that oneness inside of ourselves, not to be caught in the multiplicity of creation. And when I say caught in the multiplicity, I mean to be caught by the multiplicity of images in the world of imagination. In other words, if we see the outside world, we see our work, we see our jobs, and on the inside we make imaginal forms of that world, and then we become lost in those forms, and then we have become lost in the multiplicity. On the other hand, if we can see the oneness through those forms, so that the forms disappear, and only one exists, then we have found the ahad, that singularity in the multiplicity. So, when the many become one, then we've reached the ahad, and this is what each person is trying to achieve, is to dispel those many illusionary images within the world of imagination, and also within the world of the malakut, to dispel those images and to find the one behind each of those things. Now, as you go deeper and you travel further, and the one is revealed, then as one, the one is returned to the multiplicity, where the one finds the one in the many. So the one within the person then is able to see the one within the many, and through the many, the speaking of God is revealed, and we see Allah with all of his faces in his many forms. So, for example, if Allah wants to speak to you, Allah may speak to you as a crying child, as a barking dog, as the wife, as the mother, as the father. Whatever image that he wishes to speak to you through, Allah reveals himself to the faces of the many. So it's a tremendous journey to dissolve and to take the time to dissolve the attachments within ourselves to the multiplicity of forms and images within our beings, to find that secret of divine oneness within our hearts, to anchor and to learn to subsist within that oneness, we call baka, and then to be returned to find the one in the many, and to find the incredible unveiling of the multiplicity and the I-ness within that multiplicity, or that uniqueness, that wahad, that wahid, that the multiplicity of forms revealing the oneness of God. So I thank you very much. My name is Dr. Ibrahim Jaffe. It's my pleasure to be with you, and I wish all of you the very, very best, and I'm very thankful that each year your organizers have been so kind to invite me as a speaker to your group, and I want to wish them all the greatest success for this year and for the upcoming years. Assalamu alaikum, rahmatullah wa barakatuh, Allah hafiz.